Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Great start to a show when your when your voice catches right off the bat. Hi, welcome to episode 37. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so forgive the rust. There's been a lot of travel over the last couple of months, a lot of things changing, but we should be good the next 7 weeks, or I'm sorry, the next 9 weeks to finish off the tournament. So if this is your first time joining us, the 500 is our flagship show here at PWS. What we did is we took the Pro Wrestling Illustrated PWI 500, the 500 best wrestlers in the world, according to the editorial staff of that magazine, seeded them in a giant tournament, 1 to 500, and over the last almost a year now, we've been going through single elimination style, 10 or 11 matches a week to narrow it down. We started with 500, we're down to 128. We're going to have 16 wrestlers tonight competing in 12 matches, meaning only 4 will advance. It does mean that 8 will have to wrestle twice. So the winner of each of our third round matches tonight will compete in fourth round matches later. 4 will advance. So in our opener on the left in the black and red, that is Petey Williams, Maple Leaf Muscle. He is a trainer with WWE now. This time last year when the PWI 500 magazine was being released, he was still wrestling for Impact Wrestling, where he'd been off and on for a couple of decades at that point. But he is now under contract with WWE as a producer and a trainer. He's in there against Matt Hayter from Adelaide, South Australia, one of the top Australian stars, which is a location that is really growing in the wrestling world. We saw several Aussie wrestlers throughout this tournament. You can see, on AEW, Aussie Open has been having a pretty major impact in AEW as well as Japan. I'm not sure what we're going. Oh, sort of a reverse wheelbarrow suplex there for Matt Hayter. Only a 1 count, says referee Atsushi Ishiguro, representing Pro Wrestling Wave. He is our referee for this match. Hayter got to this point by pulling off an upset against Warhorse back in episode 20. And then he pulled up another against Clark Connors in episode 25. He's won both matches with his Tai Chi style ghetto clutch. Petey Williams has pulled off a pair of upsets. He's the 481 seed. Hayter's 416. Petey Williams upset the man now known as Claudio Castagnoli. He was Cesaro at the time, back in our first episode last fall. Won, of course, with his Canadian Destroyer finisher. That was the 5th biggest upset of the tournament. He then went on to upset Brian Myers in episode 25, again with the Canadian Destroyer. That match was the 10th shortest match of the tournament so far. We got most of our matches, according to the timeline of, you can see time isn't exactly moving in real time down there in the corner. According to Fire Pro Wrestling World's clock, almost every match has gone at least 10 minutes. Really, it's not quite 2 to 1, but typically if you see the match has been going 4.5 minutes, it's probably been going about 2:15. So Hayter, mainstay on the Aussie independent scene. Petey Williams, 20 years a pro, representing WWE, who still has 20 wrestlers left out of the 128 that remain. WWE is also 55-43 thus far in the tournament, which is the best record among all promotions with at least 20 matches. Elbow to the back of the head there from Petey, who's going to the top rope, dropping a knee across Hayter's spine, dragging him toward the corner, or dragging him, I guess, away from the ropes. Quick go behind by Hayter into a dropping neck breaker. Not sure how he's going to follow up there. In case you can't tell by, Canadian Destroyer 6 minutes in. Is that going to be enough? Petey smartly dragging Hayter away from the ropes. Lateral press 2.9. Maybe if he'd hooked a leg, that might have been enough. Also, I believe 620 would have been our shortest match ever. I'll look that up as the action continues. Williams sending Hayter into the corner. Is going to charge in with a spinning heel kick. Our shortest match of that actually would have just barely been second shortest. EC3 and Tyler Bate in the first round had a shorter match. In case you can't tell by how much better the Petey Williams edit is than the Matt Hayter one, I made the Matt Hayter edit because I couldn't find one online. Ooh, low blow by Hayter into a roll-up. 1, 2. That's that ghetto clutch we were talking about that he's been using to upset his opponent so far. Warhorse and Clark Connors both have fallen victim to that. Series of forearms from Hayter. And a big clothesline. Now a punch to the midsection and knees, and Hayter just working over the gut of Petey Williams here. And an elbow to the spine. And then just a big punch to the stomach, too. I thought he was going to go low, but instead he just caught him in the gut. Drop kick to the back of the leg. Kicked his leg out of his leg. Petey going for a traditional pile driver. No flip needed, just dropping Hayter on his head. Oh, look like he's going back to that knee again, but Hayter kicks him away. Hayter with the go behind. There's that low blow. 1, 2, 3.9. That was close. You can hear the crowd here at the Grand Dome coming alive. I'm sorry, this isn't the Grand Dome. I don't remember what arena I put this in. Maybe the Grand Dome. Go behind. Release German suplex by Petey. It is the Grand Dome. This is the sort of the Tokyo Dome version in the game. Super kick from Hayter. Go behind. Nope. Petey with the elbow. Now they're exchanging strikes here. Backhand chops from Petey. Overhand punches from Hayter. Big drop kick from Petey Williams. Takes Hayter down. Is he possibly... Oh, I thought he might have been sizing him up for a destroyer. Instead, he catches him with that running clothesline and then goes back to the knee. I thought he might have been about... There we go. Canadian destroyer. No, just a standard old pile driver. Dropping him right on the top of his head. And then an elbow to the back of the head. Definitely targeting the head and neck of Hayter here. And Hayter targeting the other head. Leg sweep there by Petey Williams. Hayter sends him off the ropes. And a big clothesline. Down goes Williams. Go behind by Hayter. Again goes low. Into that roll-up. Shiguro not counting it because they were too close to the ropes. We talk a lot about referee discretion on this show. Through 372 matches, we have not had a single disqualification. We have, in fact, only had 4 countouts. We do use the Japanese 20 count at ringside. And as mentioned, there's not been any disqualifications, including the brutal war that Nick Gage and Brett Eisen had back early in the tournament, where they went almost 50 minutes using all kinds of weapons. There was blood everywhere. It was super gross. Hayter grabbed a chair when they were at ringside, but didn't wind up using it. I wonder if that's going to come into play. Is that Chekhov's chair just sitting there at ringside? Unlike a lot of arenas, there's not... Oh, there's the Canadian Destroyer. That might be enough. Petey again does not hook a leg, though. 2, 3. He didn't need it. Petey Williams, the 481st seed in our tournament, in 14 minutes and 6 seconds, has defeated Matt Hayter. So, Petey pulls off yet another upset. He just keeps winning, and he keeps winning with that Canadian Destroyer. 481. I do keep, yeah. I've mentioned it several times on on the show, sort of the spreadsheet of doom, where I keep track of everything that happens in this tournament so that I can refer back to it in case there is a long, uninteresting match down the line. 96% evaluation from the game. That's really high. That's one of the better openers we've had in a while in the tournament. Let me actually look and see. When was the last time we had a match? I guess it wasn't that long ago. It was the Trevor Ian Donnie Janela match from a couple weeks back. A few weeks at this point, because there hasn't been a new show in a couple weeks. But Petey Williams does advance. We know he will face either Matthew Justice or Don't Die Miles in the... it will be our first match back from break. Typically, when we do our shows, I usually take a break after the 5th match or so, sometimes the 6th if it's an 11-match show. Today, because we are doing 2 rounds, I am going to take the break after the 8th match. so that I can get things together for those fourth round matches. So Petey picks up the win. He moves on. We will see him again later tonight against either Matthew Justice or Don't Die Miles, which, hey, as luck would have it, is our next match. So give me just a second to get this all set up. Jessica Carr from WWE will be our official for this match. There she is. Spike Dome is what the game calls it, by the way. I just saw that as I was setting this up. Don't Die Miles has been a favorite of the show. One, he's great, but also he picked up his victory in the very first episode we ever did. He also joined us briefly in the chat and has tweeted us, retweeted us several times throughout the tournament. So we appreciate you, Don't Die Miles. What I appreciate less is I can't find your opponent. And no, you don't get to win by default. I know those are the two sweetest words in the English language. Oh, actually, you know what? I have Matthew Justice listed as an independent, and I think he's working for GCW now, isn't he? He is the one-man militia. All right. So now let's head to the ring. Update some things here. Don't Die Miles. Miles, as I mentioned, was in our very, very first episode when he upset Pac with a shooting star press. That was the sixth biggest upset of the tournament. He's the number 480 seed. Pac's number 33. He then pulled off a second upset over Chris Brooks in episode 25, again with the shooting star press. He is the fourth lowest seed remaining. Could have climbed to third had Petey Williams lost, but he didn't. Excuse me. Matthew Justice, though, the one-man militia representing the second gear crew, has also pulled off, he pulled off an upset when he defeated Euphoria back in episode 2 with his swan dive elbow drop. He then beat Rampage Brown in episode 25. Both of those wins coming by his swan dive elbow drop. So again, both men will be looking forward to a second round showdown with Petey Williams. Of course, only one can advance. Don't Die Miles. I mentioned he's been on the first show of every round of the tournament so far, and has, obviously he's won every time because he's still in the tournament, hoping to continue that success. Matthew Justice was in the first episode of round 2, but debuted in the second episode of round 1. Big elbow from Miles. Miles, just so you know, I have been keeping hydrated. I know that's a big concern. I am trying to be good, although I will admit I am not made of stone, and I do have a little bit of Pepsi from KFC helping me stay awake. I have stuff to do after the show tonight. We are my wife is a wedding photographer, and I'm assisting her tomorrow, so I have batteries to charge and bags to pack and all that kind of fun stuff. Spinning drop toe hold there from Don't Die Miles, and a jumping stomp to the back, sent off the ropes, Justice between the legs, and a back elbow sends Miles to the canvas. Drop toe hold by Miles. La Magistral cradle. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Referee Jessica Carr barely able to get into position, not able to hit the mat once. Justice off the ropes, running knee drop across the chest. Now, those of you that have been asking about my personal training, I have been I've been going to wrestling school at the FXE Wrestling Academy in Hendersonville, Tennessee, to become a commentator. I'm also helping as a producer for video content and as a writer. So once we start doing shows, I'll be part of the creative team. So that's very exciting. We did some promo work last night, which was a lot of fun. We've had a lot of new students over the last couple of months. Word is spreading quickly about FXE being in the Nashville area. And nice roll up by Miles. 1 count only, though. Justice hanging in there. But yeah, it was a good night last night. Going through promo practice with the guys. Some of the guys are getting very good. The guys that have now, this was their 3rd or 4th round of it. We've got some really good promoters in the class, and I think you'll all be very happy to see their progress. There's that standing shooting star from Don't Die Miles. 1 count only. Looking to put Justice away early here with the move he's used to win twice. Snap Frankensteiner there. Now Justice sends him into the corner. Up to the middle rope. Now raining fists down on Miles's head. Got in 5 or 6 shots before Miles was able to send him away. Now sends Miles to the floor. Justice looking for a dive. He does. Tope. Well, that wasn't a tope suicida. That was just a tope. He went up and over the top. Suicida usually goes between the top and middle. We're up to the 10 count already. Again, we use the Japanese 20 count as opposed to the more traditional American 10. Got to 13 before both men get back in the ring. Back elbow for Miles. But he's up under the fireman's carry and a Death Valley driver for Matthew Justice. Drags Miles away from the corner. Lateral press 1, 2.9. Wow, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Justice sent off the ropes. Oh. That was too fast to call for Miles. Looked like he started going for a full Nelson, then it looked like he was going for a half and half suplex, turned it into a backslide eventually. Back elbow there from Miles. Don't Die Miles in the blue and Matthew Justice in the gray. Attempted an enzigiri there from Miles, swung and missed, but a victory roll attempt does get 2. Matthew Justice pulling him to his feet. Justice, one of 7 GCW wrestlers remaining in the tournament. Eats a big forearm there for Miles. Dragon screw leg whip. And then a stomp to the inside of the knee. Miles working over the legs of Justice here. Quick go behind. And now a snap suplex from Matthew Justice. Hard elbow. Miles sends him off the ropes and a spinning back kick. Caught him flush, drags him away from the corner. Oh, I thought he might have been getting ready to go for something off the top rope. Instead, he just hooks the leg, gets 2. Justice actually to his feet first, though, after the pin attempt. Another Frankensteiner there from Miles. And a standing shooting star. 1, 2. Again, maybe if he'd hooked the leg, he might have got him. We're not seeing a lot of leg hooks tonight. You folks are lucky Jim Ross is not calling this because that would be all he would be talking about. Oh, I thought he might have been going for a poison rod. Instead, he turns it into a Hurricane Rana with the roll-up. 2 count only. Going for a choke slam. No, sort of a reverse choke slam. Justice to the apron. Slingshot, flying forearm. Drags Miles toward the center of the ring. Lateral press. 1, 2.9. I really thought he had him there. Miles now. Canadian Destroyer. It worked for Petey. Why won't it work for Don't Die Miles? Goes for the pin. No, he goes for a standing shooting star. 1, 2. Kick out by Justice. It looked like he was going for that Death Valley driver again. Miles rolled through it into a sunset flip. Justice looked like he was going for that reverse choke slam, but it turns into a head scissors shooting star press. 2, 3. That does it. Don't Die Miles, the official wrestler of Pro Wrestling Simulated, has moved on to set up a second round showdown with Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams. Congratulations, Miles. Looking forward to seeing you later on tonight in that match. That should be a lot of fun. Don't Die Miles picks up his third upset victory of the tournament. The number 480 seed has now advanced to the round of 64. And Matthew Justice is out. Justice just got served. Don't Die Miles. That was a 98% quality match according to the game. We now know Miles and Petey will be our first match of round number 4. Let me get that set up here. One moment. Sorry, I'm flying solo again tonight, so I'm having to kind of work on the fly. Right. Don't Die Miles, for the first time in this tournament, will be favored in that match as he is the 480th seed against Petey at 481. If that tells you just the scope of the upsets that have been happening thus far in our tournament. So John Cone from WWE will be the referee of this next match, the winner of which will be moving on to face the winner between Karrion Kross, who's recently returned to WWE, and the former AEW TNT champion Scorpio Sky. Set up. I actually had to make an edit to one of the wrestlers today because I didn't realize he had changed gimmicks since the last time we had seen him. The wrestler formerly known as Timmy Lou Retton, now going by TIM, the Infinite Man, is going to be in action in our next match as he takes on former All Japan star Zeus. Not that Zeus. It's not Russell Crowe. And it's also not Tiny Lister. Mostly because Tiny Lister's dead. Is Zeus back on a main roster somewhere? Did I accidentally I didn't delete Zeus, did I? Stand by for the second match in a row. I can't find one of the wrestlers. But I also have I have nearly 2,000 wrestlers on this game because I try to keep the rosters as up to date as possible. And that requires I have him. So he is on somebody's roster. All right. Professional show business, folks. This is the kind of stuff that'll be happening on the back end while a co-host would be vamping for me, but just me tonight. Actually, you know what? Here's a peek behind the curtain. I know Zeus is in the game somewhere, so we just have to go and find him. I've already got the referee set up. I've already got the arena set up. I've already got the ring set up. I just need to find one of the wrestlers. Unfortunately, I have all of these rosters alphabetized. So all I've got to do is go to the bottom of each one. I know he's not in Stardom. And then WXW is not in PWG. Ring of Honor, All Elite. I know he's not in Impact, New Japan, WWE. I really thought he would be in the free agents, but he's not. So where are you, Zeus? He's not in Glade. Oh, apparently he is working for Osaka Pro Wrestling. Cool. All right. Well, let's head to ringside. While I update that, Osaka Pro. I don't know if that's a built-in song or what, but that's pretty rad. Oh, there's. There we go. I fixed it. Okay. So, Zeus and TIM. Winner will face either Karrion Kross or Scorpio Sky later on tonight. Pull up some information here on both of them. So, TIM in the red singlet formerly went under the gimmick Timmy Lou Retton, which is where he won both of his matches thus far in the tournament, upsetting AJ Gray back in episode 2 with the Torture Camel Clutch, and then upsetting Jake Atlas in episode 25 with his Gymnasty Driver. He is the 6th lowest seed remaining in the tournament. I believe that is still true. Double check after tonight's results. Yes, he is still the 6th lowest seed because nobody lower than him has lost tonight. So far, 2 for 2 on the upsets. He is in there with Zeus, representing Osaka Pro Wrestling out of Japan. He pulled off an upset in the first round when he beat Flamita using a jackhammer back in episode 2. He then beat Umberto of Los Lotharios with a jackhammer in episode 26. So you can bet he's going to be looking for that jackhammer to put away TIM. And, of course, TIM is going to be looking to avoid it, possibly use that Gymnasty Driver for the second round in a row. Send Zeus into the corner. Look, he was going to send him across the ring. Instead, turn it into a short arm clothesline. Now, go behind drop neck breaker. Zeus is the 336th seed in the tournament. Tim is number 464, choking him with his boot in the corner, dragging him toward the center of the ring. And now just a bear hug. TIM 5'8", 233 pounds, slightly smaller than Zeus, but definitely working a power game here so far with that neck breaker. Belly to belly overhead suplex from Zeus, and then just a big wind up lariat. Go behind. The torture rack. That's how he won his first, that's actually the move that, oh, no, never mind. He used a camel clutch. I take it back. Back body drop into a pin from TIM. Sent off the ropes. Back elbow from Zeus, and then an elbow drop. Goes for the pin. Again, not hooking the leg. 2 count only, says referee John Cone. And for a vertical suplex, no. Tim rolls through it, and an elbow to the back of the head. Drags Zeus away from the corner, and a V-trigger. But Zeus back to his feet very quickly. Last ride, sit-out powerbomb 2.9. That was very, very close. A 10th of a second away. But then a big pump kick from the Infinite Man, TIM, showing that he is still very much in this match. Elbow to the back of the head, dragging Zeus away from the ropes now. Stomp to the spine. Sends Zeus into the corner. Is he going to follow him in? He does. He's hanging in from the tree of woe. Now, kick to the midsection, and Zeus just drops right on the tippy top of his head. Tim sends him across the ring to the opposite corner. Is he going to do it again? No. Deposits him on the top rope out of that suplex position, possibly going for a belly-to-belly overhead superplex right into the middle of the logo. But Zeus somehow first to his feet, but he is wobbly. No, he might have been faking it as he rolls through into that heel hook. Suckered TIM into it. And you know the Infinite Man's not happy about getting suckered there. Gymnasty Driver. That is the move that he used to beat Jake Atlas, but he's not able to capitalize. Zeus has done too much damage to him here, 9.5 minutes into their third round encounter. Again, folks, if you win your third round match tonight, you will have to compete again later tonight in a fourth round match. And either Karrion Kross or Scorpio Sky awaits you. Another big power bomb from Zeus. And again, it is not quite enough. Big kick from TIM. Now he goes to the top rope. Moonsault. He is all up in the ropes. Referee John Cohn all over that. Side headlock from Zeus. Just cranking away on his neck. And an elbow across the spine. Going for the gymnastic driver again. Dropped him right on his head. But again, too slow. Well, he's going for the pin now. 1, 2, 3. That is enough. I was not sure he had enough in him to actually crawl over and make the cover because he had been so slow to get back up. But TIM has pulled off another upset and is now moving on to a fourth round match later tonight. Number 336, Zeus, has been eliminated. So far, we're 3 matches in. We are 3 upsets in so far as Petey Williams, Don't Die Miles, and the Infinite Man, TIM, have upset Matt Hayter, Matthew Justice, and Zeus, respectively. So we now know TIM will face either Killer Kross or Scorpio Sky later on tonight. Big, big win there for the former Timmy Lou Retton. So we're going to shift gears here a little bit. We are not going to have the Kross Scorpio match. That's coming up later. We are instead going to see our first intra-promotional match of the night. We have 2 of those, possibly a third, depending on how the bracket shakes out. We are going to see 2 stars from Japan's Pro Wrestling 01 promotion. We don't have typically speaking, when we have 2 wrestlers from the same promotion going head to head in the tournament, we have had a referee from that promotion call the match. We try to keep referees from being biased. So if we have a WWE wrestler against an AEW wrestler, for example, when Karrion Kross and Scorpio Sky meet up, we will use a referee who is not employed by either promotion. In this specific case, it'll be Derek Moore. But so when we have 2 wrestlers from the same promotion, we use a referee from that promotion. So like later tonight, when Seth Freakin Rollins takes on Santos Escobar, Charles Robinson will have the call for that match. Anyway, long-winded way of saying I don't have any Pro Wrestling 01 referees downloaded because I couldn't find any. So we are going to have a WWE referee, Jason Ayers, calling this match between Hartley Jackson and Yuji Hino. Let's head to the ring, shall we? Awaiting the entrance. The winner of this match will face the winner between Kenny by God Omega, the number 1 overall seed in our tournament, and Mustafa Ali. That's going to be a very fun match. This one will be as well. Here comes Hartley Jackson, our 449th seed, who upset Tony Deppen back in episode 1 with his Death Valley Bomb. He used that finish again in episode 25 to beat Taylor Rust. He is the 9th lowest seed remaining in the tournament. Both these wrestlers, again, I mentioned representing 01, which has a 5-0 record in the tournament, which is the best record among all promotions. Of course, it'll be 6-1 after this match, as someone must lose. This is the 7th ever meeting between these two. Hino is, I believe, 6-1, 5-2 in matches. They have teamed together twice and lost both times. But against each other, Hino is 5-2, 2-0 in singles, 2-1 in trios matches, 1-0 in a tag match, and 0-1 in a 3-way. Neither one of them won that 3-way. They were the 2 losers of the 3-way. So this is these are 2 of the 3 0-1 wrestlers remaining in the bracket, and it will be down to 2 after this, and possibly down to 1 by the end of the night if the winner of this match loses in the 4th round. big chop there from Hino. I mentioned that Hartley Jackson beat Tony Deppen and Taylor Rust with his Death Valley Bomb in both matches. Yuji Hino won both of his matches, upsetting Edith Surreal back in episode 1, and then Apollo Crews in episode 25 with his finisher, the fucking bomb. The emphasis, the move is called the fucking bomb. It's not just the bomb, and I'm throwing the F bomb in there as a to spice it up. No, that's what the move is called. And the FCC doesn't regulate Twitch, so I can say fucking. So I'm gonna. But anyway, so Hartley Jackson in the long tights, Yuji Hino with the red hair in the trunks. I guess the tights. Going to work on the leg. The referee for this match is Jason Ayers from WWE. Again, the winner will face either Kenny Omega or Mustafa Ali later on in this episode. Closing in on we're a quarter of the way through the matches tonight. Petey Williams upset Matt Hayter. Don't Die Miles upset Matthew Justice. And TIM upset Zeus. Can Hartley Jackson make it 4 for 4 on the upsets? These two have almost 40 combined years as professional wrestlers. They've both been around the block so very many times. We mentioned Adelaide, South Australia. That's Hartley Jackson's hometown as well. Scoop and a fall-away slam there from Hino as we pass the 5-minute mark. Now sending Jackson into the corner, charging in with a clothesline, and Hartley just crumples. And Hino lets him know what he thinks of him. Coming off the ropes, running senton, the big boy senton, as they would say over at New Legacy Inc. Big clubbing forearm to the back, but an elbow to the face from Hino, another big forearm from Jackson. Jackson pulls Hino to his feet, drives a knee into the midsection. Oh, but Hino with an exploder suplex drags Jackson away from the ropes. Coming off the ropes, going for the big boy again. Nope. He slams on the brakes as he notices Jackson get to his feet, but Jackson just drops him in a pile driver. Just a sheer drop pile driver. Hooks the leg and the neck, making it exceptionally difficult for Hino to either kick out or raise a shoulder. But the wily veteran manages to. Comes off the ropes again with the big boy senton right across the chest. Hooks the leg. 2. You can tell these guys are veterans. They're going for the leg on every pin. Make your opponent work for that kick out. When you just lateral press across the chest, it's very easy for them, assuming that they've got enough energy. Oh, here comes that Death Valley Bomb. That's the move that Hartley Jackson has used to advance this far. 1, 2.9. He almost did it again in what would have been his shortest match so far. Now going for that pile driver again. So much of his offense has been concentrated on the top of Hino's head, which makes sense if he's going for the Death Valley driver. Another big chop. And then Hino's like, oh, I can chop too. Drags Hartley Jackson away from the ropes. Now going for another power. Is this... He just dropped him with the fucking bomb. 1, 2.9. Both men have now hit their finishers. What will be next? A tiger suplex from Hartley Jackson. And then a big chop across the chest. And a big clubbing forearm. Jackson just pummeling Hino right now. He is slightly bigger. He's got him by about 2 inches, about 15, maybe 17 pounds weight difference between the two. And a big elbow drop from Hartley Jackson. That's not a move we see often from him. Hooks the leg. 2.9. Jackson definitely much more of a technical style. Hino is much more likely to go the powerhouse route. Neither one of them takes to the air. So that flying elbow drop. Oh, are we going to see the fucking bomb again? 1, 2.9. Jackson kicks out again. Hartley Jackson scoop and a slam sends Hino to the floor, following him out now. Side suplex by Jackson. Hino with a big chop. Jackson saw Hino roll back in the ring, decided to take a second and catch his breath, because why not? He had 9 more counts to get there. Another big pile driver. Jackson possibly signaling for the Death Valley bomb. No, Hino suckers him in with a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. And going for the suplex again, and he gets him down. Hino now to the top rope. Frog splash from Hino, but Jackson moves. That was going to be a 243-ish pound frog splash. That's going to drive the wind right out of you, but Jackson wisely moved. And then that Samoan drop. Now going for another pile driver, dropping Hino right on the crown of his head. To the top rope again for another elbow. Yes, elbow across the spine. Now drags Hino away from the corner. Rolls him over, hooks the leg and the neck. 2.9. Hino kicks out. Now Hino with a Samoan drop of his own. Stopping to catch his breath. Both men a little wobbly here. Hino again with a Samoan drop puts Jackson down. And then a big diving chop. Goes for the left hand, but Jackson dodged it. Jackson suplexes Hino back to the floor. Hartley Jackson follows Yuji Hino to the floor. Big swinging clothesline takes Hino down. Sends him into the apron and a leg drop. Pump handle into a power slam on the floor by Hartley Jackson. Yuji Hino is wobbly. And the referee gets to a 16 count out of 20 before Hino is able to return to the ring. But he does so with a jumping suplex. Coming off the ropes now, another running senton right across the chest. You can tell Hino's been working the chest and the back, preparing for that fucking bomb, while meanwhile, Jackson has been concentrating on the top of Hino's head, trying to hit that Death Valley driver. Both men came into this match with a strategy, and not surprisingly, both men wanting to end the match quickly, because they know if they win, they have another match later tonight. And it could be against the best wrestler in the world, Kenny Omega. Although I don't think Kenny's going to be number 1 in the 500 again this year. I'm pretty sure the 2022 number 1, it's a lock for Roman Reigns. I would be very surprised if it's anybody other than Roman. There was debate last year whether it should be Kenny or Roman. There's no debate this year. Kenny was out too long with injuries, and Roman has literally the entire evaluation period was held at least 1 world title, and for a big chunk of it, 2. Oh, Hino was going for a possibly Death Valley driver of his own. Jackson off the ropes with a clothesline and a big chop. And a chop from Hino now. We're going for the... I thought he might have been going for the Death Valley driver. He had him up in the fireman's carry. I'm surprised he didn't just roll through with the Death Valley driver instead of hitting a Samoan drop. Another pile driver from Jackson. Hooks the leg and the neck. 1, 2, 3. That does it. Hartley Jackson keeps the streak of upsets alive. So far, 4 matches, 4 upsets. I swear I went in and made sure that the lower seeds had lower stats, because I'm trying to make this as as realistic as staged wrestling can be in a video game. But in 18 minutes and 11 seconds, your winner is Hartley Jackson. 4 for 4 on the upsets. We now know Hartley Jackson will be facing either Kenny Omega or Mustafa Ali. So a big win for Mr. Jackson. Get that updated. So now we're halfway through our round 3 matches for this episode. We've got 4 more, and then we will get into those 4 fourth round matches after a brief 5-minute break. The referee for this match, where are you, Artemis? That's the question. Where are you, Artemis? There you are. Artemis, now an independent referee, was working for WWE when the evaluation period began, is no longer. She is an independent referee, so Even though there is a WWE wrestler in this match, there's no conflict of interest because she is no longer employed by that company. The first wrestler that we're going to see has been maybe the story of the tournament thus far, the 496th seed. The lowest seed in the tournament by quite a large margin. Tell them large margin sent you. Basically the face of our favorite championship, DDT's Iron Man heavy metalweight title. And that's Antonio Honda. We will see. Actually, you know what? Let's just go to the ring. We'll talk about him as he's making his entrance. As Antonio Honda takes on Ricochet. Kapoing! So, Antonio Honda, 17-year pro, had never been ranked in the PWI 500 before 2021. But as mentioned, basically this year has been the face of the DDT Iron Man heavy metalweight title. What is the DDT Iron Man heavy metalweight title, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It's Japan's answer to WWE's 24/7 title, except it's good. It is intentionally played for comedy, but it's not just wrestlers chasing each other around the arena, hoping for a roll-up. There are sanctioned matches for it, but things go off the rails. For example, I watched a 5-way match of which Honda was a participant, and I think the winner, in which at one point a yoga mat that had been brought into the ring won the championship because a wrestler laid the mat on top of his opponent and then pinned him. The referee awarded the title to the mat because it was the one that actually made the cover. The title has been held by books. It has been held by 500,000 YouTube subscribers. It has been held by a blow-up doll. It has been held by men. It has been held by women. At one point, it even won itself. So the DDT Iron Man heavy middleweight title is our favorite championship in wrestling. He upset the biggest upset of the tournament thus far when he defeated Ultimo Guerrero back in episode number 3 with his face cut finisher. He then also upset Dustin Rhodes in episode 26 with a diving fist drop. That was the 38th. I missed a whole couple of syllables there. The 38th 100% quality match of the tournament. DDT so far 10-5 in the tournament, which is the best record among promotions with at least 15 matches. Honda is one of 3 DDT wrestlers remaining. And he's in there with a man who really doesn't need that much publicity, but we're going to give it to him anyway because he's made it this far. Oh, Honda with a victory roll. Ricochet. Man. They call Pac the man that Gravity forgot, but Ricochet, Gravity thinks he looks familiar, but can't quite place him. The native of Paducah, Kentucky, is maybe the greatest high flyer in the world today. He defeated Ray Rosas back in episode 20 with the Shooting Star Press, which was with the 31st 100% quality match of the tournament. He then defeated Buddy Matthews in episode 26 with his trademark 630 splash. That was a 99% quality match. So both these guys have 100 under their belt. Actually, I take it back. No. Honda's match with Guerrero was only a 93. Diving elbow from Honda. Again, the referee is Artemis, former WWE referee. But she is independent now. Oh, running kick to the spine from Ricochet. Honda tosses him the referee's right there. She's not going to disqualify Ricochet. She saw Honda produce the chair. Snap suplex, dragging him away from the corner. Ricochet, rarely the bigger man in a match, but is 3 inches taller and about 12 pounds heavier. The combined weight of these two is only about 360 pounds. Spinning drop toe hold from Honda to a rolling bridging suplex, only gets a 1. Very elaborate pinning combo from Honda, only gets 1. Sends Ricochet into the corner, was going to charge in after him. Ricochet instead comes out with a Northern Lights suplex. 2 count only, says Artemis. Side headlock with a couple of punches, the dreaded noogie punches. Variation on the people's elbow there from Honda. Frankensteiner from Ricochet. And a drop kick to the back of the head. Honda went for a punch, but Ricochet countered with one of his own. Honda sends Ricochet off the ropes, hits him with a shoulder block. Pulling Ricochet up and a punch to the face. Off the ropes comes Honda into a small package. One count only. Ricochet first to his feet, out of it. Went for a kick, but Honda moved. So Ricochet takes him down with a snap suplex instead. Drags Honda toward the center of the ring. Thought he might have been preparing to do something off the top, but instead Honda takes him down with a bulldog. Honda now dragging Ricochet. Sends him to the corner. Follows him in. Mounted punches in the corner. Got about 5 in there before Ricochet just crumbled. So Honda pulls him to his feet. Fires off more punches. And a bionic elbow. Shades of the late, great Dusty Rhodes. The son of a plumber, if you will. Ricochet sends him out onto the ramp, which is slightly padded. Ricochet, what's he going for here? Oh, man, that detonation kick and a standing shooting star. 1, 2.9. Ricochet trying to put Honda away quickly. Oh, and Honda just with a jumping Thez press. No punches, just pins. And a DDT. 1, 2.9 after the DDT from the face of DDT's Iron Man heavy metalweight division. Oh, big spike Rana there from Ricochet. Now go behind. Release Dragon suplex. Honda again firing off punches, going for that bionic elbow again. He is, and he does, taking Ricochet down. Who do you think you are? I am. Honda now pulling Ricochet to his feet. Go behind. Reverse. It was more of a scorpion death drop there, that reverse DDT. Honda grabs a microphone. I don't want to know where he's been keeping that since the match started. Off the ropes. People's elbow. Ricochet gets him up. Another detonation kick. No, lung blower. And Ricochet, I thought he was going up to the top. Instead, swings and misses with a shining wizard and instead catches him with an enziguri to the back of the head. And now we're trading punches. Back and forth. Ricochet with the lefts. Honda with the rights. And a spinning heel kick from Ricochet. Both men back to their feet. Honda with a super kick. Honda goes for the cover. Lateral press. Does not hook a leg. 2.9 kick out. Honda now sent into the corner by Ricochet. Ricochet firing back with chops now. Side suplex out of that side headlock that Honda was going for. Ricochet instead turns it into the suplex. Ricochet again gets tossed to the chair by Honda. Honda acting like Ricochet hit him with the chair. Referee Artemis is puzzled. Ricochet just throws the chair. I don't know why she was. I don't know. That was very confusing. She was looking right at him the whole time. Artemis is an excellent referee. Maybe she was just playing along. Oh, man, an octopus variation on the abdominal stretch with that extra leverage of the knee behind the neck by Honda. Swinging neck breaker. The least you could do if you're going to try that chair spot is distract the referee and then hit something with the chair before you throw the chair to the opponent. Oh, or just kick him in the balls. That works too. Big diving fist drop. That is the move that he used to advance to this round. He used it to beat Dustin Rhodes back in episode 26. Hooks the leg and the neck. 1, 2, 3. The 496th seed in our tournament has advanced to the round of 64. Ricochet has been eliminated by Antonio Honda. Folks, we are 5 for 5 with the upset so far. Antonio Honda uses that diving fist drop a second time to advance over number 145, Ricochet. 87% quality is our second lowest rated match of the night. But you know what? I don't think Mr. Honda cares that much because he knows he is now moving on to face either Kenny Omega or Mustafa Ali. Big, big, big win. I'm sorry. It'll be either Seth Freakin Rollins or Santos Escobar later on tonight. Oh, and I didn't do that earlier, but that is just me not paying attention. So we've got 3 matches left here. Oh. Okay, so 5 matches down, 7 to go on this episode, but only 3 left in this round. Just a massive upset. Antonio Honda beating Ricochet. The number 145 seed is out. Number 496 is on to the round of 64. That is just bananas. BANANAS. So now, as we mentioned, when we have wrestlers from 2 different promotions, the referee must be an impartial third party. And that is the case in this next match, where Scott Armstrong is going to be officiating this showdown between Mustafa Ali and the pride of somewhere that is not Charlotte, North Carolina, Kenny Omega, who recently returned, like just this past Wednesday night, returned to AEW, reunited with the Elite as part of the AEW Trios title tournament. And he will be facing Mustafa Ali in our next contest. This should be fun. Mustafa Ali, the number 128 seed. This is our first of 3 chalk matches in this episode. Ali defeated Jake Christ back in episode 1, and then QT Marshall in episode 25. Meanwhile, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, had a first round bye and then defeated Carmelo Hayes in episode 25. This one should be a lot of fun. Omega, one of 22 AEW wrestlers remaining, which is the most among all promotions. AEW 59-50 thus far. Second best record among promotions with at least 50 matches. They have 59 wins and 50 losses and 109 total matches. All of those are most among all promotions. Kenny Omega hoping to break the streak of upsets. Petey Williams, Don't Die Miles, TIM, Hartley Jackson, and Antonio Honda have all upset their opponents, which means Matt Hayter, Matthew Justice, Zeus, Yuji Hino, and Ricochet have all been eliminated. Kenny does not want to be next, but neither does Mustafa Ali. Ali has fought hard to get back on TV. He was in the proverbial WWE doghouse for a large chunk of this year. I don't think he's going to be the number 128 in the 500 again this year. He's going to slip because there were long periods of time where he was just not being used. The whole, hashtag free Ali movement. But here he is working with, the number 1 overall seed, the best wrestler in the world, the best bout machine, Kenny by God Omega. And again, the winner of this match will face Hartley Jackson. If Kenny wins, that will be the main event tonight. If Mustafa Ali wins, it might be the main event. It'll depend on how our next 2 matches go. The final 4 matches of the night will be based on the combined seeds of the wrestlers involved. So, yes, there have been so many upsets thus far that tonight's main event could be the number 1 seed against the 449th seed, if that gives you any indication of how insane tonight has been as far as upsets have gone. But 5 for 5 with upsets. Ali comes off the ropes with that running senton. Spinning heel kick in the corner. Shot to the midsection. Not sure what he was going for there. An arm drag works. Dragging him away from the corner. Drops a knee across the chest again. Goes for that spinning heel kick. Kenny had it scouted that time. Moved out of the way. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No. That was Ali got out of that pretty quickly. Kick in the corner. Ali charging in. Another spinning heel kick. Ali sticking and moving here. He knows. Again, they call Kenny the best bout machine for a reason. Bell to bell, he is probably the best wrestler on the planet. So Ali wants to make him move. Kenny, exceptionally fast. Again, he's, maybe the best all-around wrestler in the world, but Ali, one of the fastest, knows that his best chance of winning is going to be to outmaneuver Kenny. But Kenny with the standing shooting star gets a 2 count only. Hartley Jackson, again, he's got to be backstage watching this, anxiously awaiting his opponent. Big running clothesline. Kenny off the ropes now. Running knee to the chest. 1, 2. And you can see Kenny, ever the wily veteran, putting his body between Ali's body and the ropes. Kenny with that pinfall there. Ali springboard cross body. Thought he might have tried to turn it into a pin, but Ali, no slouch himself, knew that they were too close to the ropes. Poison Rana dropping Omega on the top of his head. But now Kenny going for a Tiger Driver. And a standing shooting star. 1, 2. Kick out by Ali. Now Ali going for a power bomb. Yes, sit out power bomb. 1, 2. 2 count only, says Scott Armstrong. Kenny now taking them toward the center of the ring. Elbow to the spine. Go behind. I thought he might have been going for a German suplex, but instead he eats another Poison Rana from Ali. Mustafa Ali to the top. Mistimed a running cross body, giving Kenny extra time to catch his breath, which is not something he wanted. And Zagiri lands, though. Super kick from Kenny Omega. Right into a flatliner from Ali, but Omega first to his feet. Fires off with some forearms. Go behind. Standing switch. Release German suplex from Ali. And another Enziguri. Just continues to kick Kenny in the head. Snap Rana there. Pulling him to his feet. Kenny sends him to the floor. Kenny going for a tope here. Indeed, a tope con hero. Up and over the top rope with that front flip. But that just seemed to fire Ali up. Mustafa Ali with a Poison Rana on the floor. Scott Armstrong up to an 11 count now. The battle continues on the floor. Omega rakes the eyes. Punch to the midsection. Counts up to 18. Ali has to get back in the ring before 20. Just barely beats the count. X Factor that set out Facebuster from Ali. Kenny to his feet. And a somersault. That was more like a cannonball from Ali there. And an elbow across the spine. Kenny sends Ali to the corner. Another flatliner. Both men down, catching their breath. Ali with another Enziguri. Continuing to target the head of Kenny Omega. But Omega sends Ali into the corner. Gonna send him up top. What's he going for here? No. Ali with a tornado DDT off the middle rope. I mean, Ali came off the top. Kenny was on the middle. Ali with the go behind. No, Kenny with the go behind. Poison Rana of his own. Anything you can do, I can do better, says the best bout machine. Kenny Omega now possibly going for the one-winged angel. 1, 2, 0.9. Nobody kicks out of the one-winged angel, but Mustafa Ali just did. That you can't escape. Rolling Samoan drop. Kenny with the ran up the turnbuckles for a moonsault, but Ali was in the ropes, so the pinfall was broken up. Now stomping him in the tree of woe. Repeated kicks to the midsection. Kenny, the spinning Dr. Bomb. 2.9. Ali kicks out again. Mustafa Ali taking the best that Kenny Omega has to offer and coming back strong. Forearm exchange here. And a big super kick from Ali. Could Ali be setting up for that 0-5-4? Another Enziguri. Two men circling each other as we pass the 16-minute mark of this match. I believe our second longest match of the night thus far. Another spinning Dr. Bomb from Kenny. 2. Kick out by Ali. Mustafa Ali now pulls Kenny to his feet. Kenny sends him off the ropes. Slides between the legs. And a collision takes both men down as we near the 17-minute mark. Super kick from Kenny. Kenny's got to be thinking, what's it going to take to put this kid away? Now up to the top. Shotgun missile drop kick. Elbow to the, or a back elbow to the face from Ali. And then a knee drop. Stomp to the midsection. A punch to the midsection from Kenny now. It's the crowd here in the Spike Dome just going absolutely nuts. Ali was going for a Frankensteiner. Kenny turned it into a powerbomb, stacks him up, only gets 2. Flatliner from Ali. Kick to the midsection, Enziguri from Kenny. Omega pulling Ali up to his feet. Gets an elbow for his troubles. Sending him off the ropes. Charging in with a clothesline. Ali sent to the corner. Kenny charging in. Oh, I thought he might have been going for a V-trigger. Instead went for a back elbow, but Ali moved. And Kenny again sends him to the corner. Stomping a mud hole in him, walking it dry. As we close in on the 20-minute mark. These two are putting on a clinic here. Folks, if this one doesn't get 100% rating, I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Ali dragging Kenny toward the center of the ring, drops a knee on him. Super kick from Kenny. Kenny now to the apron, looking for a slingshot move. Slingshot missile drop kick from Kenny Omega. Follows Ali into the corner. Boot to the midsection. Ali now sends him off the ropes. Big time power slam from Mustafa Ali, dragging Kenny away from the ropes. I thought I keep thinking he's going to go for that 0-5-4, but he's not. And Kenny, it seems like every time Ali pulls him to his feet to try to continue the damage, Kenny fires off one of those spinning Dr. Bombs. 2, 3. That one did it. 21 minutes, 44 seconds. Kenny, by God, Omega, stops the streak of upsets as Kenny Omega moves on to our main event tonight in a showdown with Hartley Jackson in the 4th round. Kenny Omega advances to the round of 64. Great showing from Mustafa Ali. Only 99% according to Fire Pro Wrestling World. Strong disagree on my part, but a spinning Dr. Bomb from Kenny is enough to get him to the main event tonight. And Mustafa Ali had a great run through the tournament, but he is now out. 2 matches remain here before we take our break. We'll fill in our last 2 spots in this episode's second part. We are past the halfway mark of the show in general. An hour. I was figuring this was probably going to be about a 2.5 hour episode. And the timing looks like it's going to work out as such, unless we have some marathons here in the second half, which, looking at who's involved, might happen. So we got our second straight WWE versus AEW match, as Scorpio Sky from AEW, formerly one half of the Men of the Year. I'm honestly not sure what's going on with him now that it looks like Ethan Page has signed on with Stokely Hathaway. But he will be taking on the newly returned Karrion Kross. Fall and Pray. The winner will face TIM later tonight. Here we go. So Scorpio Sky, we saw, made his debut in the tournament in episode 16 when he beat Eel O'Neill. And then in episode 25, he defeated Cara Noir. That was a 100% quality match. That was the 36th 100% quality match of the tournament. He actually won both matches with a Japanese leg roll clutch. Also, this is the third all-time showdown between these two. Kross is 2-0. Karrion Kross got to this point by defeating Mr. Iguana back in episode 2 with his cross jacket finisher. That was the third shortest match of the tournament. It was also tied for the 4th worst match in round number 1. And then he defeated AC Mack in episode 25, again with the cross jacket. And that was tied for the 6th worst match. Kross is the only wrestler in the tournament with 2 bottom 10 matches. So we will see if he puts on another stinker here with Scorpio, which seems very unlikely. He's the only wrestler also that has had 2 sub 10-minute matches. So Kross has made very short work of his opponents thus far. He goes right for the leg. Again, single leg. Oh, Scorp manages to kick out of it. Series of forearms to the face. Our referee is Daryl Moore. Or Derek Moore? It is Derek. My apologies, Derek. He'll Kross again. Wanted to win in less than 2 minutes. That for sure wasn't happening. The native of Sin City had his, by far, the best year of his career in terms of PWI ranking when he was the number 16 on the 2021 list. His previous high had been 96 the year before. The all-time high for Scorpio was 97 back in 2020 before dropping to 113 in 2021. I suspect he'll probably wind up around the same place for 2022. He did have that brief run with the TNT title, but he's also just kind of floundered in the mid-card. They don't really seem to have any big plans for him, which is, it's frustrating. But Kross, gut-wrench suplex, but Scorpio kind of rolls through it. Now sends Kross into the corner. Repeated knees to the midsection. You'll also notice Scorpio does not have Dan Lambert in his corner. Karrion Kross does not have the smoke show Scarlett Bordeaux in his because the rules of the 500 forbid seconds. You are not allowed to have anyone in your corner for a match. Manager, valet, tag team partner, nobody. It's also why there hasn't been any interference in any of our matches thus far. This is our 399th match, I believe. No, that's not right. 379th match. Yes, the 379th match of the tournament. No interference. Only 4 disqualifications. Or I'm sorry, only 4 countouts. No disqualifications. Kross and Scorp off the ropes. Alabama slam. Kross Looking to put him away, possibly going for the cross jacket. There it is. Is Scorpio going to be the third sub 10-minute victim? He is not. He manages to escape the cross jacket. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Knee to the midsection. Belly to belly overhead. And dragging Kross away from the ropes. Scorpio goes for a drop kick, swings and misses. Snapmare. Scorpio off the ropes. Spinning heel kick takes Kross down. And a snap suplex. Go behind. Nope. Elbow to the face from Kross. Sky with the elbow to the back. Scorpio with an elbow to the spine again. Big time super kick from Scorpio Sky. Scorp off the ropes. Float over DDT, but Kross bounces to his feet first. Is he going for the cross? He does. Back to the cross jacket. And Derek Moore calls for the bell. That is 3 sub 10-minute squashes for Karrion Kross in this tournament. Thanks for coming, Scorpio Sky. Wow. I did not see that coming. I kind of suspected Kross would win the match, but I didn't expect him to do it in 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Far and away the shortest match of the night. And I think that is going to make the shortest match, the 10 shortest matches. Yes, that is the 6th shortest match of the tournament. And with a 71% evaluation, it is now the 4th lowest evaluation of the tournament. Man, the board over at Fire Pro, not huge fans of the short match. Kross beats Sky with the cross jacket in 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Karrion Kross just tearing through this tournament. I would be concerned if I was TIM, because I know that is what awaits me later on tonight. So, Karrion Kross moves on. Showdown with TIM later. So we know for sure Kenny Omega, Hartley Jackson is the main event. Don't Die Miles and Petey Williams will be the first match back from the break. What our second match back from the break will be determined by our next match, the final match of round 3 in this episode. Not of the entire tournament. This only the 8th third round match we've had. We've still got a few weeks of this. So the referee for the round 3 main event tonight will be the legendary Lil Nate Charles Robinson, as it is a WWE versus WWE showdown, as WWE NXT 2.0's Santos Escobar representing Legado del Fantasma, the legacy of the Phantasm, as he takes on Monday Night Raw's Seth Freakin Rollins. Get gear set up. Here we go. Let's head to ringside. Santos Escobar, the number 81 seed in our tournament. We saw him beat Gabriel Kidd in episode 3, and then he beat Angelico in episode 26. Seth Freakin Rollins, the number 48 seed, defeated Doc Simmons in episode 20, and then Anthony Bowens in episode 26. He won both matches with the pedigree. You can bet he's planning to do it again. Charles Robinson, again, the referee for this match. WWE versus WWE. And here we go. Bell sounds. We know that Antonio Honda will face the winner of this match. We just don't know yet who that winner is going to be. It's still mind-boggling to me that our main event is going to feature the 449th seed, but that's the way the cookie crumbles when you have a show that's just full to the brim with upsets as we've had tonight. Either one of these guys is poised to go on a big run in this tournament. They're both top level stars. Either man, is a threat to win the whole thing, really. But one of their journeys ends in this match. The other will face the lowest seed in the tournament, or remaining in the tournament. There were 4 lower seeds, but they all lost in the first round. So we had 5 straight upsets to start the night. For those of you just joining us, this is the 500. It is our tournament where we have taken the PWI 500, turned it into a single elimination tournament. No interference, no there could theoretically be a disqualification, but there haven't been any. Referee discretion. But winner advances, loser goes home. We are in the round of 128. This is Seth Rollins in the white, Santos Escobar in the red. Number 48 seed Rollins, number 81 Escobar. The winner is going to be facing the number 496 seed Antonio Honda. We started the night with 5 upsets. Petey Williams, Don't Die Miles, TIM, Hartley Jackson, and Antonio Honda all pulled off upsets to advance to the round of 64. And then the last 2 matches have been won by the favorite, Kenny Omega and Karrion Kross. Hooks the leg and the shoulders, does Seth Rollins, but Escobar kicks out. This is our third and final chalk match of the night. As I mentioned, Antonio Honda has to be backstage watching this, anxiously awaiting who his opponent will be after his victory over Ricochet. Going to try to knock out 2 WWE superstars in a single night. Escobar sends Rollins off the ropes. Rollins slides between his legs, though. Flying head scissor by Escobar. Escobar, the former El Hijo del Fantasma, the former King Cuerno in Lucha Underground, if you watched that. Standing shooting star from Rollins. 1, 2, kick out by Escobar. Escobar, actually, kind of both men in this match were hoping Ricochet would win because they both have losing records against Ricochet. There's the pedigree. Rollins going for the win early. 1, 2. Oh, Escobar kicks out. Rollins sent off the ropes. Slides between Escobar's legs, but Escobar fires back with a super kick. Now to the top rope. Letting Rollins back to his feet. Diving, swinging DDT. Drags him out onto the logo. Stomps on his chest. Not going for the pin yet. Rocker dropper from Rollins. Hooks the leg and the neck. 1, 2.9. That would have been a surprise. Not a surprise that Rollins would win, but a surprise that he would win this fast and with a move that isn't one of his finishes. But that was a really good-looking rocker dropper there. He should make that one of his finishes. Big standing drop kick from Escobar. Escobar sends Rollins off the ropes into a big power slam and a shotgun drop kick to the face. Go behind. Nope, Rollins escapes. We're going for a tombstone. No, strong 0, 2. I believe Escobar calls that the thrill of the kill. Got only a 2 count. Phoenix splash from Rollins. 1, 2.9. Escobar kicks out of the Phoenix splash. Both men throwing out the big guns here. Rollins off the ropes. Sling blade. Oh, man. Samoan driver from Escobar. 2, 3. Santos Escobar. It only took 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Escobar has upset Seth Rollins and has now moved on to the round of 64. Wow. Those first 8 matches were wild. Ran the gamut of we had some long ones, we had a couple of short ones. They've all been fun to call. But man, Seth Rollins is out, Ricochet's out. Scorpio Sky, Mustafa Ali. Excuse me. So excited, I gave myself the hiccups. That Fire Thunder driver from Escobar is enough to pick up the win. And a 4th round showdown with Antonio Honda. That match, along with 3 others, will take place after the break. Folks, thanks for sticking with us. We are going to take a little 5-minute-ish break. When we come back, we will have Don't Die Miles against Petey Williams, Santos Escobar against Antonio Honda, Karrion Kross against TIM, and our main event, Kenny Omega against Hartley Jackson. The 4 winners will advance to the round of 32. We started with 500. Guys, we're getting real close to the end of this tournament. By the end, I think if I scheduled it out right, we'll have 47 episodes when this is all said and done. This is number 37. So we are in the home stretch. Folks, we are going to take some time here to recalibrate the bracket now that we know who's advanced. And we'll see you in 5 minutes. Nope, that's not the right video. All right, folks, welcome back to the final 4 matches of the night. We saw 6 upsets in our first 8, meaning that there's going to be, of the 8 wrestlers we're going to see the rest of the night, 5 of them are seated lower than number 400. There have been so many upsets in this tournament. Petey Williams has pulled off 3 of them. The number 481 seed we saw beat Matt Hayter earlier on in our opener with the Canadian Destroyer in 14 minutes and 6 seconds. His opponent has also pulled off 3 upsets along the way, including tonight defeating Matthew Justice with a shooting star press in 13 minutes, 28 seconds. This is the first ever meeting between Petey Williams and Don't Die Miles. And the winner is moving on to the round of 32. Let that sink in, folks. Somebody whose seed is in the 480s will make the top 32 in our tournament. Petey, of course, looking for that Canadian Destroyer. Don't Die Miles looking for the Shooting Star Press. Both men have won all 3 of their matches with those respective moves. We will see if that luck continues. Petey now, scoop and a slam. Crowd settling down a little bit after the intermission. A couple of bangers right before the intermission, including, man, that Kenny Omega Mustafa Ali match was excellent. It was the best match of the night so far, according to the game, at 99%. Both these guys had matches in the 90s. Petey against Matt Hayter was 96. Don't Die Miles and Matthew Justice was 98. Spinning drop toe hold there by Miles. Went for a kick to the midsection. Instead, Petey fires off a right forearm. Test of strength here. Petey wins it and fires off a forearm. Go behind, kick to the back of the knee. Petey Williams, we mentioned earlier, working for WWE as a producer and a trainer. Don't Die Miles, a mainstay of the East Coast independent scene. He's really wrestling all over, but he's from Chicago. He wrestles primarily in the Midwest and the East Coast. Miles now coming off the ropes. Nope. Slams on the brakes before he gets to Petey. Now they're trading strikes. Petey with those chops. Punches from Miles. Petey, of course, in the black and red. The blue and white for Don't Die Miles. The referee is the legendary Earl Hebner, not under contract with any major wrestling promotion. He's also clearly not in a hurry to count any pinfalls. Miles sent off the ropes by Petey. Look how fast Miles is. And both these guys are quick, but Don't Die Miles is just one of the best in the world in terms of just sheer speed. Dragon screw, leg whip, and now Miles off the ropes. Standing shooting star 1. I guess it was a running shooting star. Only a 1 count. Those variations on the shooting star have won him 3 matches so far. Will it get him a 4th and a spot in round number 5? Another shooting star 1. P kicks out at 1. That is the 5-minute mark, according to our ring announcer. The winner of this match goes on to the round of 32 and a showdown with either Kenny Omega or Hartley Jackson. The winner of our main event tonight will face the winner of this match. Don't Die Miles, number 480. Petey Williams, number 481. Miles with a backslide, 1 count only. Petey, shoulder breaker. Shades of the blue chipper Rocky Maivia. I wonder whatever happened to that guy. Big snap Rana from Miles. Spinning back fist. I mean, a glancing blow. Petey now sending him into the corner. Charges in. Spinning heel kick. Pulls Miles to his feet. Miles sends him to the corner. Charges in. Big kick and a pendulum drop kick by Don't Die Miles. Don't Die Miles definitely staying hydrated between his matches tonight. Well, he seemed to be in pretty firm control of the match until Petey just drop kicked him in the knee. It's going to take away a lot of the high-flying offense of Miles. You know, I used to be a wrestler till I took a drop kick to the knee. There's a niche joke for you. Petey sent into the corner. Boot to the midsection from Petey. Oh, man, and he went for that leg whip, but Miles was on the mat. So there was just nothing to cushion the blow. Miles with a go behind. No, Petey turns to face him, sends him into the corner, charges in, spinning heel kick. Petey with a scoop and a slam sends Miles to the floor. Again, Don't Die Miles, for the first time in this tournament, is the favorite. The number 480 seed here taking on number 481 in our first fourth round match. We started with 500. We are down to 120. Another shotgun drop kick to the face from Petey. He rolls back in. Maybe should have hit another move or two. Miles easily able to answer the 20 count at 15. Here we go. Sliced bread. No, it's an acid drop. Shades of Spike Dudley. You don't see that variation often, and I love it. Series of kicks there. Now off the ropes comes Miles. Frankensteiner into a cross-legged roll-up. 2.9. Maple Leaf Muscle showing off those biceps. Go behind, elbow to the face from Miles. Comes off the ropes again. Goes up for the Frankensteiner. Twists it into a roll-up. 2.9 again. Petey Williams is able to kick out. Petey with a jawbreaker. Code breaker, really. Now punch to the face from Miles. A chop from Petey. And they are back to exchanging blows here. Big time step up enziguri from Don't Die Miles. Rolls through variation on La Magistral. It was almost more of an Oklahoma roll. Only a 2 count. Frankensteiner with the roll, or Hurricane Rana with the roll up. 2. All right. Well, my battery is dead in my controller. That's fine. I've got 2. So we'll just charge this one up while I use the other as a backup for the rest of this episode. Pele kick for Miles. Don't Die Miles to the top rope. Shooting star press. Pulls Petey to his feet. And an enziguri. Cut him right on the ear there. But Petey going for the Canadian Destroyer. Hits it. Goes for the pin. Lateral press. Does not hook a leg. 2. And that gave Miles enough time to kick out. Tiger Bomb, no. Petey backdrops him and Miles goes to the floor. Here as we close in on the 13.5-minute mark. Petey sent into the barricade now by Miles. Again, this is Don't Die Miles in the blue and white trunks. Petey Williams in the red and black. Petey Williams representing the staff of WWE. Don't Die Miles, one of the top stars on the independent circuit. Williams showing off why they call him Maple Leaf Muscle. Miles joins him back in the ring. Petey going for the Destroyer, the creator of the Canadian Destroyer, or at least the man who brought it to the mainstream. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, man. This one's getting exciting. Folks, I love Petey Williams. I've been a fan for 20 years. But Don't Die Miles has become sort of the unofficial mascot wrestler for Pro Wrestling Simulated. You hate to see the Cinderella story end here in round number 4. He's firing back with that swinging neck breaker. Miles to the top rope. Shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. Don't Die Miles advances to the round of 32. The 480th seed in a tournament of 500 has advanced to the final 32. Don't Die Miles will face either Hartley Jackson or Kenny by God Omega in 8 weeks in our penultimate episode. Don't Die Miles has advanced to a showdown, possibly with Kenny Omega. That is insane, folks. Don't Die Miles has pulled off 3 upsets, and then he was favored in this one. The number 480 seed beating 481. Don't Die Miles over number 481, Petey, I can't spell, Williams. 99% quality on that one. And for the second time tonight, Miles wins it with the shooting star press. Huge, huge moment there for Don't Die Miles. Man, you gotta love this kid. But you also gotta feel for Petey Williams finally meeting his match. Now we're gonna bring out Bryce Remsburg to referee our next match. As we have another WWE wrestler taking on a representative of DDT Pro as Antonio Honda, the number 496 seed. By far the lowest seed remaining. Maybe not by far, but the lowest seed remaining. Out of 500, he's number 496. Shouldn't have made it out of the first round. Here he is in the fourth as he takes on Santos Escobar. Let's head to the ring. So, earlier tonight, Antonio Honda used his diving fist drop to finish off Ricochet, his third consecutive upset in the tournament. Honda at number 496. Other low seeds remaining. The next lowest is 486. Petey Williams is gone, which means Don't Die Miles is now the third lowest seed at 480. Hartley Jackson is still in there as the number 449. But yeah, Antonio Honda by, like I said, a fairly wide margin by 10 spots, the lowest seed in the tournament. Escobar at number 81 has made it this far after beating Seth Freakin Rollins right before the break in an upset. Not a huge one. Escobar number 81, Rollins 48, but still, possibly we're going to see the 81 seed in the round of 32. Possibly we'll see the 496th seed. The winner of this is going to face either Karrion Kross or TIM. TIM earlier tonight beat Zeus, and Karrion Kross beat Scorpio Sky. So both men wearing red. The black tights on the bottom, or at least the bottom part of the singlet for Antonio Honda, while Escobar is wearing the open jacket, looking very stylish, the leader of Legado del Fantasma. Meanwhile, Honda representing the Calamari Drunken Kings stable in DDT. Did we mention we love DDT? We love DDT here. The Wrestle Universe streaming service is phenomenal. It's Pro Wrestling Noah, DDT, and Tokyo Joshi Pro. Most of the shows have English commentary, and it's just so much fun. We talked earlier about the DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight title, our favorite championship in wrestling. Escobar, not amused by the comedy stylings of Antonio Honda. Sort of a variation on the Fujiwara armbar there, just pulling it back. And Honda's like, all right, well, that's enough of that. Let's go to the floor. Oh, and Honda just goes right for the eyes. Gives him that Three Stooges poke. Escobar, not amused. Lucha Libre style arm drag. And Honda with a DDT on the floor. Escobar follows him back in. Another poke to the eyes. And now it's Escobar sending Honda to the floor. Escobar catching his breath. I thought he might go for... Folks, if you have never seen Santos Escobar's Tope Suicida, it is a thing of beauty. It is maybe the best tope in all of wrestling. He looks like he's been shot out of a cannon. That was really kind of the first thing I noticed about him when I first saw him in Lucha Underground. His tope is insane. His everything is great. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. But that was the first holy cow moment for me with the former Hijo del Fantasma, the former King Cuerno, now, of course, Santos Escobar. Single leg crab just standing on the back of Honda's head. Escobar, 5'11", 205 pounds, 5 inches and about 30 pounds heavier. Implant DDT. I don't know what he was going for, but Honda kicked him in the face before he could do it. These two have a combined, again, almost 40 years experience. So much experience in this tournament. Roll up by Honda. Side headlock with the punches. Honda sent to the floor by Escobar. Here we go. Here we go. Tope. Oh, he went over to the top with that one. Past the 7-minute mark now. They're brawling on the floor for, I believe, the 3rd time in this match. Go behind by Escobar, but Honda rolls back into the ring. Honda, after taking that tope, is like, oh, right, I don't want to be on the floor with Santos Escobar. Go behind. Sends him off the ropes. Running shoulder block. Collar and elbow. Nope. Sends him off the ropes. And they collide. Nobody pulls off a move there. Not sure what Honda was trying to accomplish. Whatever it was unsuccessful. Unless he was going for the stalemate. Snap suplex, though. That's successful, but Escobar first to his feet. I thought he was going for a go-behind, but instead fires off a super kick. Honda now brings him to the center of the ring. Elbow to the back. Pulls him to his feet. Scorpion death drop. Both men to their feet almost simultaneously. Escobar with a flying clothesline. Shades of the legendary Tito Santana. And then a running shotgun drop kick to the seated Honda. Honda with an enziguri into a roll-up. Referee Bryce Remsburg, if that is his real name, does not count, as they were clearly in the ropes. Again, in the ropes. Honda with that octopus stretch. Remsburg all over it. Escobar follows Honda into the corner. I thought he might have been going for possibly the Tree of Woe or something off the top rope. But Honda fights back. Honda with a boot to the midsection now coming off the ropes. People's elbow. No, Escobar moved. I thought he hit it. Snaps off a Rana. And another shotgun drop kick to the chest. And another snap Rana. Escobar has had enough of Antonio Honda. We're going to put him away. Go behind. No, side headlock. Running bulldog from Honda. And an elbow drop. 1, 2.9. Antonio Honda almost pulled off his 4th massive upset of the tournament. Firing away with punches now. Looking for the bionic elbow. Shaking, rattling, and rolling daddy. The only thing missing is a batigo. Drags Escobar into the center of the ring. Exchanging blows here. Chops from Escobar. Punches from Honda. And a discus forearm from Escobar. Go behind. Honda signaling possibly for the end. No, instead, Escobar was going for something, but Honda reversed it into a suplex. Dragging him toward the center of the ring. Victory roll. 1, 2, 3. Antonio Honda, the 496th seed, advances to the round of 32. I cannot believe it. Number 81, Santos Escobar, has been eliminated by Antonio Honda. 86%. Nope. Hold on. So, why you do this? 86% quality, according to the game. 13 minutes and 4 seconds with a flying roll-up pin, as the game calls it. Antonio Honda moves on. I just cannot believe it. Antonio Honda tonight alone has upset Ricochet and Santos Escobar. He will now face the winner between Karrion Kross and TIM in the 5th round. That match will come up in should be 8 weeks by the time we get to that match. Antonio Honda has advanced to the round of 32. I can't believe I'm saying those words. So far, we have 2 wrestlers in the round of 32, the number 480 seed and the number 496. This has been just a bonkers tournament since the beginning, and tonight especially has been absolutely insane. But one wrestler who has been on an insane run of his own is going to be in this next match. Karrion Kross has put together an impressive run. All 3 of his matches thus far have been sub 10 minutes, which no one's come close to that kind of run in the tournament so far. He is putting opponents away, not necessarily in record time, but in very short order. So his opponent, TIM, is facing a stiff uphill climb. But we will see. Stranger things have happened tonight alone. TIM, formerly known as Timmy Lou Retton, the Infinite Man. We saw him upset Zeus earlier on tonight, 11 minutes, 30 seconds with his gymnasty driver finisher. We will see if he can pull that off again, use it to win a 3rd match. It'll be his 4th win, the 3rd with that finisher. But he has to go through the man who earlier tonight beat Scorpio Sky in 8 minutes and 6 seconds. His 3rd straight sub 10-minute match, winning by submission with the Kross jacket. Karrion Kross. I mentioned the winner will face Antonio Honda in round 5, which is still just completely mind-boggling that's where we are right now. The referee is Aubrey Edwards. She calls for the bell. TIM sends Kross into the corner. Kross comes back out with a forearm. Oh, Kross looked like he was going low. He does. Double leg. I thought TIM might have been able to get out of that. Got a great amateur background. Sends Kross off the ropes. Arm drag. Big arm drag. Up and over. Oh, Kross not having any of that. Now raining those big forearms on the face. TIM. The Infinite Man with a snap suplex right onto the logo. Not backing down from Kross. Kross with those just brutal kicks to the kidneys. And now a deadlift gut wrench suplex. Snap suplex from TIM. And another yes. And a belly-to-belly overhead sends Kross to the floor. Gonna buy him some time. But Kross grabs a kendo stick from under the ring. Swing and a miss. But then it hits him with the butt of it right in the chest twice now. Aubrey Edwards was giving Kross to the count of 5 to drop the weapon. Pretty generous, honestly. It's should have been an instant disqualification as soon as he hit him. But again, we've talked a lot about referee discretion throughout this entire tournament. Oh, going for a Death Valley driver. No, TKO from TIM. Kross sends him off. Big clothesline turns him inside out. 1, 2. No. TIM kicks out. Kross possibly looking to break the record for shortest match of the tournament. Overhead belly-to-belly again by TIM to get himself some breathing room. Thought he might have gone for the kendo stick. That might have been what I would do in his situation, but instead he eats a gut wrench suplex from Kross. Another arm drag there from TIM, dragging him toward the center of the ring. This is the number 16 seed Karrion Kross against the number 464 seed TIM. TIM looking for his 4th straight upset. Kross looking for his 4th straight submission victory with the Kross jacket. He's got it locked in. TIM gets out of it. We have passed the 5-minute mark. If Kross wants to get the shortest win of the tournament, he's going to have to finish him off in the next minute and 2 seconds, which he's very capable of doing. But TIM putting up a fight, not going down easy. Oh, man, pump kick. Now a stomp to the inside of the leg. I am now stomping on the inside of the leg and a drop kick to the back of the head. And this will not be the shortest match of the tournament thus far. TIM now going for a power bomb. Oh, a buckle bomb. TIM hanging in there. Kross's longest match thus far was 9 minutes and 38 seconds. That's really the next goal for TIM here. Cutter. Going back into the Kross jacket. 7 minutes, 31 seconds. 4 straight sub 10-minute victories for number 16, Karrion Kross. Look out, Antonio Honda. I would not want to be in your shoes going into round number 5. 72% quality, another low quality victory, but another victory nonetheless for Karrion Kross, who has just been tearing through the competition in this tournament. 4 matches, all of them. Let's see, what did I say? The longest of those 4 was 9 minutes and 38 seconds. 7:31. Excuse me, is the second shortest of those. TIM put on a valiant effort, the 464th seed. But Karrion Kross, Kross starting to look like a run of destiny here. Karrion Kross will now face Antonio Honda. And then the winner of that will face the winner between Don't Die Miles and the winner of our main event tonight. The referee representing Wonder Wrestling or Wonder World Stardom, one of the best referees in all of Japan, Daichi Murayama, will be on hand as the referee, as Pro Wrestling 01's Hartley Jackson looks to pull off yet another upset as he takes on the number 1 overall seed, the best bout machine, the one, the only, Kenny by God Omega. This is going to be, Kenny can put on a good match with anybody, but his run so far has seemed like one of destiny. It'll be hard to imagine him losing this match. But Hartley Jackson, a game competitor. Let's head to the ring for our main event. Let's see. This is a match I believe has happened before. Nope, it hasn't. My apologies. I thought they have met 5 times before. Why don't I have that under Kenny's bio? But I do have it under Hartley's. Oh, nope, I take it back. That was all of those matches were Omega against Hino. I was assuming Hartley Jackson was going to lose to Yuji Hino, so I pulled stats. These two have never met before. Yuji Hino fell, as I mentioned, to Hartley Jackson earlier. Jackson won that match 18 minutes, 11 seconds with a pile driver, and now he faces Kenny Omega. It took him 21 minutes and 44 seconds to put Mustafa Ali with a spinning Dr. Bomb. The longest match of the night, so you know Kenny's tired. Karrion Kross's 2 matches tonight combined were shorter than Kenny's 1. Daichi Murayama calls for the bell, and here we go. Hartley Jackson and Kenny Omega. Winner advances to the round of 32. Loser goes home. When this night ends, we will have 120. We started with 500. We'll be down to 120. I like this format. I was a little worried it would feel long. It's long. We're over 2 hours at this point, but a 12-match show is very doable doing it in these chunks. So this is how we're going to do it for the next 8 weeks, including tonight, the next 7 weeks after tonight. We will have 8 third-round matches, and then the winners will meet in 4 fourth-round matches. We'll do that till we're down to our final 32. That'll be episode 45 and 46 we'll do the same thing, but with rounds 5 and 6. So the round of 32 and the round of 16 will take place over the course of 2 shows. And the 8 winners from those shows will move on to the finale, episode 47, where the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final will all take place, and we will crown the first ever Pro Wrestling Simulated World Champion. European uppercut there from Hartley Jackson. Rear chin lock. Kenny gets out of it. Another striking exchange here. Chops from Jackson. Forearms from Omega. Sends him off the ropes. Oh, a spike. Rana from Omega. PK to the spine. And a European uppercut. Jackson with a forearm. A clubbing blow to the back. An elbow to the back of the head. Lots of strikes here early on. Not a lot of technical acumen being shown by either man, but we do know, Kenny Omega, maybe the best best technician in the world. Maybe not the best technical wrestler, but everything Kenny Omega does is crisp and is well executed. Scoop and a slam from Hartley Jackson. This is the number 1 seed against the 449th seed. If Hartley Jackson pulls off the upset, this would be the 6th biggest upset in the tournament. So far, none of the top 10 have come from outside of the first round. But Hartley Jackson could change that here if he beats Kenny Omega. Super kick from Kenny. Drags Jackson away from the ropes. Standing shooting star. 1, 2. 2 count only, says Daichi Murayama. Shoulder mounted Death Valley driver from Jackson. 1, 2. He has used that move to win 2 of his 3 matches. He tried to put Hino away with it a couple times earlier, but was unsuccessful. Had to rely on a pile driver. Top rope superplex from Kenny Omega. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 0.9. Even Kenny's pins are good. You notice how he hooked the leg with both arms, making it harder for Jackson to kick out. He then rolled his entire body weight onto Hartley's shoulders, making it difficult to get a shoulder up. But there's the Death Valley driver. Kenny pops to his feet. Samoan drop there from Hartley Jackson. Jackson going for a pump handle suplex, possibly. Omega gets out of it. And there is that jumping bulldog. I apologize. I have forgotten the name of it. The Kataro Crusher, of course. And a big-time pile driver from Jackson. That is the move he used to beat Yuji Hino. Hooks the leg and the shoulder. 2.9. Kenny kicks out. 1, 2. That STO from Hartley Jackson. Got a near fall. Reversal on the Irish whip by Kenny. V-trigger. That knee to the face. 2.9. Hartley kicks out of the V-trigger. Scoop and a slam. Hartley now to the top. Diving elbow drop. Dragging Kenny away from the ropes. Hooks the leg. 1, 2.9. Kenny kicks out. And a super kick from Kenny Omega. And another. It's a super kick party, if you will. Omega off the ropes. And another V-trigger. Hooks the leg, but Jackson is in the ropes. Rare moment of non-ring awareness from Kenny Omega, not realizing how close Hartley Jackson was to the ropes. Daichi Murayama saw it. Refused to count the pin, but a pile driver from Jackson hooks the leg and the neck. 2.9. Almost a massive upset by Hartley Jackson. Stopping to catch his breath here. You can't escape. Now Kenny again runs up the turnbuckles into the moonsault. But Jackson was in the ropes. Kenny pulling out all the big guns. He's basically hit every one of his every one of his finishers except for the one-winged angel. I guess he hasn't hit Coit's Wrath either. Kreutz. There's an R in there. Kreutz Wrath. Easy enough for me to say. Super kick from Kenny. Discus lariat from Jackson. Hartley Jackson with a lateral press. 1, 2.9. If he'd hooked the leg, he might have had it, but I don't know Jackson had enough in him to do it. Again, the pump handle attempt. Kenny circling his prey. I thought he might be going for the V-trigger, but instead fires off with a clothesline. Jackson first to his feet. Off the ropes. Oh, but Kenny buries a knee in his midsection. And another deadlift roll through German suplex by Kenny. Kenny possibly going for a PK. Oh, right in the face. Scoop and a slam by Jackson sends Kenny Omega to the floor. Hartley Jackson giving chase, drops a leg across the chest. Now possibly going for another pile driver, this time on the floor. Jackson celebrating like he's won the match, which he may well have. He just pile drove Kenny Omega on the floor. But Kenny recovering, whips Hartley Jackson into the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. You can't escape that rolling Samoan drop on the floor. STO from Jackson. 17, 18. Kenny needs to snap out of it, and he does just in time to avoid the count out. Scooping a slam by Hartley Jackson out of the top rope, going for that elbow again. Yes, nails it across Kenny Omega's chest. Dragging him toward the center of the ring now. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Hartley Jackson has beaten Kenny Omega. Oh my God. Kenny Omega, the number 1 seed, has been eliminated from the 500. Hartley Jackson, number 449, moves on. For a diving elbow drop, Kenny Omega is out. That means that the highest seed remaining in the tournament now is the number 3 seed, Bobby Lashley, because number 2, Roman Reigns, was eliminated in round number 2. So Bobby Lashley is now the odds-on favorite to win. Kenny Omega is out. We now know 4 of the final 32 wrestlers in the tournament. Number 16 seed, Karrion Kross. No surprise there. Number 449, Hartley Jackson. Number 480, Don't Die Miles. And number 496, Antonio Honda. Folks, this tournament has been wild since the beginning. And to quote one of my favorite Christmas carols, it shows no signs of stopping. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here for episode 37 of the 500. Again, we have 10 episodes left. And next week, we will have, again, we'll enter the show with 16 wrestlers. We will exit it with 4. 4 more spots in the round of 32 will be filled. Finn Balor takes on Konosuke Takeshita. JTG against Chris Ridgway. Lance Archer against Tanga Loa. Willie Mack against Mistezis Jr. Shingo Takagi against Eita. Forastero against James Storm. Jeff Hardy against Daniel Garcia. And Frankie Kazarian against Shotaro Ashino. The 8 winners will move on to face each other. The 4 winners of those matches will join Hartley Jackson, Karrion Kross, Antonio Honda, and Don't Die Miles. Folks, this has been a wild episode. The rest of the tournament, I mean, how can any night top what happened tonight? Kenny Omega has been eliminated by the 449th seed, Hartley Jackson. Folks, you can see all of our social media up there in the corner. You can't see me pointing because we've got a weird green screen thing happening right now. But we are pretty much at PW Simulated on every social media platform. use the hashtag the500 when you're talking about the tournament. Also, you can contact us below, prowrestlingsimulated@gmail.com. If you got questions, if you are a wrestler in the tournament and you want to join me on commentary for one of these shows, that would be awesome. Hartley Jackson moves on. Karrion Kross moves on. Don't Die Miles moves on. Antonio Honda moves on. Matt Hayter, Matthew Justice, Zeus, Yuji Hino, Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, Scorpio Sky, Seth Rollins, Petey Williams, Santos Escobar, TIM, and Kenny by God Omega have all fallen by the wayside. Folks, I am yours truly, Pat Dooley. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week on